This is an oldie but goodie. But I'm sitting in Uncle Ren's popcorn because there's too many people down at my cigar lounge. So if you like my popcorn, it's Uncle Ren's RENZ popcorn. You can order online. Now, Josephus and the question of do I believe in a historical Jesus? Well, like most scholars, I do believe that there was a historical Jesus, but not in the historical Jesus that you're talking about. You see, just because a person is proven to be historical does not necessarily mean they did all the things that they've been legendized to have done. For instance, Hercules was probably a king of Argos who was then legendized into the Hercules who was the son of God, and then was, after he died, rose into the heavens. That's why we have a constellation named Hercules. Gilgamesh is a historical figure, has been proven to be a historical figure based on literature and no archaeological evidence. But the thing about it is, did Gilgamesh really cut off the thigh of a bull and toss it over the wall and hit the goddess Inanna in her face? No, probably didn't do that, nor the other things that he's been legendized to have done. Which brings me to Josephus. Josephus' writings is one that people use to say there was a historical Jesus, but the problem in Josephus' writing is two. One, Josephus spoke about 4 different Jesuses. One was crucified by the governor, I think Quintus, and another had different brothers than the ones that Jesus taught, the one that the Christian Jesus had. The other thing about Josephus was a turncoat. Josephus tricked his men, his garrison, into murdering themselves, committing suicide, so that he can then turn on the Jewish people and become the valet, the scribe of Vespasian Flavius. Now, the thing about that, he told Vespasian that he would become the Messiah that was spoken of in the Old Testament. And when Vespasian went to Rome, they deposed Nero and made him emperor. So he was, yes, the king of the world. And his son Titus became the son of God. Through Josephus' writing, Vespasian utilized that in order to become a god. Now, Josephus also chronicled Titus's victories, which you will find in the Bible if you read them side by side, of tearing down all the walls and entering on a fanfare and all those sorts of things. Josephus, as a Jew, would have never written that Jesus, if he was a man, if he was a man who did all these miracles, as a devout Jew, he would have never written those things. And they find that though that part does not fit Josephus' writings, does not fit the time frame of how people wrote during that time frame, and is a forgery that was added by what became the Catholic Church. So to use Josephus as a credible source is not good. On my YouTube page, I did a whole long video about that. It's called Josephus is Not a Credible Source. It's under my YouTube page, LARENZOREID. So historical, yes. Did all the stuff they said? No. Josephus